It's not about Asian families. I think every boy coming into the school, and particularly in the prep school, I think every boy, it's an adjustment. Most of them are coming from public schools. We're a harder school. They feel behind some of the other boys. But again, and I think you talked about it, there is an amazing brotherhood that happens at UCC. And the boys that have been there reach out and help the boys that are new. And I think it's a fairly easy transition. Like, I know you were a boarder, but did you have any problem?
No. Actually, there's like the brotherhood at UCC actually goes a long way, because my best friend was not a boarder. He was a day boy, and we did a lot of things together. He actually bought my first Leafs game for me. I was sitting in the first row, and yeah, it was first row. It was $300. Yeah, and
we should be friends. Actually, no. I want to be friends with your friend.
Yeah, it's actually an amazing experience, and there's. I don't think there is a problem. There is problem getting adapted to the situation for every family that goes to UCC. There isn't only problem for Asian Chinese families. There are problems for every student at UCC, but it just depends on different students. People from Australia may, I don't know if we have Australian.
Well, the principal.
Oh yeah. People have Australian students might have difficulties adjusting to the UCC lifestyle. UK students might have difficulties adjusting to it. Every student has problems, but it's the brotherhood that matters at UCC.
I think usually within about a week, maybe 2 weeks, most of the boys have, I think, relaxed and feel, stop. Some of the anxiety is gone, but starting a new school, it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. My first day at UCC, I almost had to pee as badly as I have to do right now.
所以他们刚才 Charles 和 David 都跟大家分享了，没有说不能解决的问题。我给大家的建议就是沟通，头2周肯定很难，但是足够的沟通。Okay, so this is my favorite question.
Okay, it's mine too.
Yeah, 所以有一个家长朋友在群里问你们的网站上有各种形容你们男孩们的特点，诚实啊、正直啊、有创意啊。如果只能用一个词来形容 UCC 到底是什么样的，培养什么样的男孩，你会用哪个词？
So we ask in our interviews, we'll often ask questions sort of like this about, tell me about your son, use a couple of words. Smart parents, they turn around and say to me, okay, what's the one word you'd use for UCC? I have the same answer all the time, and I've had the same answer for 7 years. The one word I would use to describe UCC, opportunity. We provide unmatched opportunities for boys at UCC. They can try anything they want. They can be anything they want. They're going to be challenged as much or as little as they want. Hopefully it's a lot. But we are a place that provides unmatched, I believe, opportunity for boys to become their best selves. And that is what our goal is. Probably that's your goal as a family. You want your son to be your best. Our goal is to make sure that we develop the best possible boys.
OK, 所以他的父母也问过他同样的问题，7年来他给的都是同一个答案，就是一个单词 opportunity 机会。在 UCC 男孩们有很多很多的机会，几乎是任何可能的机会来成为最好的自己。Finance application, finance aid, yeah， 就是怎么申请助学金。
Okay. Number one thing you should understand. Admission to the school and financial assistance, they're 2 separate processes. Okay? There are very few people on campus who even know who has financial assistance, who's applying for financial assistance. We use a third-party company. Like most independent schools, we work with Apple Financial Services. If you wish to apply for financial assistance, that's great. You apply through Apple Financial. It's like doing your taxes. I hate doing my taxes. So I've had a hard time trying to do the Apple Financial form. You're smarter than me, I'm sure. You fill out an Apple financial application. Apple asks you what schools you're applying to. Again, I'm not crazy. I know you're applying to more than us. They will make an assessment that will be sent to all the different schools you're applying to. So we get an assessment from Apple Financial. You may ask, you may say, I want full financial assistance. Apple Financial comes back to us and says, actually, family can afford quite a bit. They qualify for, I don't know, $10,000, let's say. So our admissions committee makes our decisions. Then I take that list and we know who's checked off applying for financial assistance. Then I take that list, I go to my other committee, I say, okay, we have $5 million. Can we meet all the needs here? Up until this point, we've met all the needs. So if, not of what you've asked for, but of what people actually qualify for, okay? What I want to be clear on, applying for financial assistance does not hurt your application, okay? It's completely separate. There's virtually no one who knows what you qualify for, what you're going to get. It's not something we broadcast. Like, you probably don't know, you probably guess, but you probably don't know who's on financial assistance when you're there. We believe it's between us and the family. So if you need help, it doesn't hurt your application, please apply for financial assistance.
Yeah， 占一点学费，可能需要1万的帮助。那么，但是你在申请的这个过程当中，你说了我希望学费全免，那么这个就会有一些差异。但是一定记住，你申请助学金不会影响你申请。那 So David, I have a very difficult question. Don't kill me. Okay, so it's like if there are 2 candidates and one has finance aid application, the other doesn't. Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, great.
Number one, look, thank you for being here, and thank you for being passionate about your children's education, and thank you for thinking that UCC is a really good school. I think we are a pretty good school, but I just need to say it again. There are lots of really great schools in this city. We are not the only school, okay? There are lots of great schools, and I'm in a very nice position. I work at a great school, we have lots of applications, I have lots of choice. If we weren't getting lots of applications, I might sit here and tell you, don't apply anywhere else. But we get lots of applications. And I also believe, we are not right for every boy. And that's why the visits for the open house are important. And that's why you may not like the decisions that come out of my team, but we're doing this, yes, for the school because we work for the school, but it's also, we want to put boys in a situation to be successful, okay? If I didn't believe when I met Charles that he could be successful at UCC, and we took him, and as he said, took his $70,000 a year, that's bad. That's really bad. I knew this kid's gonna be great. I think you're great. But, and we were the right fit for Charles, and I know he had offers to other schools. I think we were the best fit. So please understand, our goal is to make best fit happen. You should be looking for best fit as well. And thank you for thinking that we are a great school, but we are not the best fit for every student.
所以刚才 David 说，首先非常感谢大家今天来，并且呢能够认可 UCC 是一所非常顶尖的私校。那么他也是跟大家讲，有很多其他的学校 ，UCC 是一个很棒的学校，但它可能并不是每个孩子都适合的学校，所以这就为什么来参观。公众参观日参观 UCC 很重要。如果你发现你的孩子或者你的家庭其实并不能够很好的吸收 UCC 的营养，你可以完全选择其他的学校。他会录用一个孩子，就包括像 Charles 这样的孩子，他会在整个面试，包括整个做出决定的过程当中，他给你的 offer 不是说你很优秀，能够让他很骄傲，而是你到了他的学校，他能帮助你变得很成功，他能给你很多机会，让你能够变得很成功，所以这是很重要的。
Let me add something else. Sorry, I got lots of thoughts now. There's a school I visited in Toronto yesterday, an independent school. I'm pretty confident no one in this room is thinking about this school. After visiting it for the second time in 6 months, I think it's an amazing school. It's an amazing school that prepares boys and girls for schools like UCC, like Crescent, like UTS, like Havergal and Branksome. But I don't think it's on the radar for people. And one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about before I leave is I think you need to go and visit this school.
Tell us.
Yes.
I'm not going to get money from this. But there's a school called Montcrest.
Montcrest. Oh, I know that school. Habits of Mind.
Yeah, on Broadview below Bloor, just across the. On Broadview, just below Bloor, like Danforth.
Broadview.
Broadview. It's a small school, 341 students. They are very good for boys who need extra support, but they're also good for all kids. And it's 341 students. It is they've done some amazing things. They have an amazing head. The head of school is a UCC old boy. His son is at our school right now. He's amazing. They are doing great things at that school. And I am sure no one in this room even knows that school exists. And it's a school that if I was looking for a school for our daughters, I would actually strongly consider this is a great school. So for what it's worth, Montcrest.
Yes, Montcrest。这所学校我也就是有所耳闻，然后也就是去了解过。他们有一个特别好的就是 habits of mind， 就是讲究思维习惯。Okay, so very last question.
Sure.
Okay. 有没有家长在问 ？Okay, great.
I have one question. When the application is submit for school, often a question will be asked. Did you like?
Yes.
I should stand up. So question is, when application was submit, in the middle of submit, often there is a question, what other schools are you applying? So
Yeah.
I want to know what the school is looking for. Thank you.
You know what? Okay, that's a really good question. And so the question was, on our application, and I think on other schools' applications, we ask, what other schools are you considering? And I think, to be fair, I think families think they shouldn't put other schools' names down. I'm not stupid. I know we're not the only school you're applying to, probably. I think it's just helpful. Number one, it's just helpful for us to know. I think the other thing that I would say to you, look, I hope if you saw me in May and you saw me now, I'm a pretty honest guy. If I see the application, there are a couple of schools that I'm a real big fan of. Montcrest, I just told you about. In the interview, if I think that we're not the right fit for your son, but I know, and I'm not going to say which schools, but let's say one of the schools is on there, I brought the parents back in after the interview and said, you know, he's a great kid, he's going to be in really tough to get in here. Have you really taken a hard look at school X? Because what I know of that school and what I've learned about your family and your son, that actually might be a better fit for him. I will tell you that in February when we've made our offers and we waitlist families, and some families are really upset, and I come in on the weekend and I try to call almost every family that we've waitlisted for the people that I've interviewed or the grades I do. If they say to me, you know, yeah, and we were waitlisted at another school, I know all the heads of admissions at other schools. If I think the kid's great and I think the family's great, I'll pick up the phone and say, I know he's on your wait list, but I hope he's high on your wait list because he's a great kid. If I had space, I would take this kid. So, you know, don't think it's a bad thing because we know, you know, I would encourage you, apply to more than one school. Don't just apply to us. I'm not so egotistical to think we're the only place you're going to apply to. If we are, thank you very much. That's nice. But I think it's important for you to look at other options. And again, as I said earlier, I'm sorry, this is going to be hard for you to translate, so I hope people understand. I think people get in their minds, this is a school I want. And then you go and visit that school, and it's like, ooh, that's not what I thought it was. Then you go and visit another school, and if you watched your son, he may light up. And maybe that wasn't a school you were seriously considering, but all of a sudden, he turns on, and he loves it. I hope you listen a little bit to your son.
所以刚才那位家长的问题就是说，如果说在你的申请单上要填你有没有申请别的学校，这个会不会影响我的申请或者 anyway， 那么 David 答案给得很清楚， 你就写上去，因为不一定这是一件首先对 UCC 来讲，这个绝对不是一件坏事儿。第一，他不蠢，他知道你不可能只申请他一个学校。当然，如果你真的是只申请了他一个学校，你可以很明白的跟他讲啊。但是特别对于一些7年级的、9年级的孩子来讲，那你肯定不只申请 UCC。所以呢，如果万一你被等候了，就像他说的，他2月的第1个星期对他来讲很沉重，因为很多家庭都对他非常的不满意，你为什么不收我的孩子？那么他一个个打电话过去的时候，他会说，哎，我看到你的这个也申请了这几所学校，其中那一所学校我觉得是更适合你孩子的。他甚至会打电话给这所学校的招生官说，嘿，你看这个孩子，我觉得我们真的收不了，但是很棒很棒，你看看你能不能收他？所有的这些招生官们，他们经常一起的参加各种活动，所以他们之间都是很好的关系，有的都是大学同学，都是一个圈子里的人，所以很多时候，也许你无形中就得到了他的帮助。这一点，希望今天所有家长们是对大家来讲是很有用的。